Hello, everyone, and welcome back. In this episode, we're going to talk the top 10 things we learned from the Clone Wars that impacted the Star Wars universe. It's going to be super fun. If you're new here, I'm Greg.
And I'm Erin.
And this is Fan Dummies. We are going to count down the top 10 things we learned in Star Wars: The Clone Wars that impacted all of Star Wars. The movies, the things to come, the toys, the Galaxy's Edge, everything.
They're not toys, Greg. They're collectibles.
Collectibles, everything. And there's a list with 10 things on it.
Number 10. We got introduced to Bo-Katan.
That we did.
Bo-Katan is the sister of Duchess Satine Kryze. Bo-Katan, she plays a significant role for the Mandalorian people, and we see Bo-Katan in Rebels and in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, played by science fiction queen Katie Sackhoff. People will be like, what? She's not the queen of science fiction.
Yeah.
She is.
You should follow her on Instagram just for her dogs.
Yep.
She's got cute dogs. We have a feeling that Bo-Katan will continue to show up in The Mandalorian and other Star Wars shows, such as Ahsoka Tano's new show.
Yeah, I think it's important for everyone to get to know Bo-Katan because it's gonna. I just have this feeling, maybe we'll get a spinoff. Maybe we'll get some sort of Mandalorian show other than The Mandalorian, like a Bo-Katan show. You never know.
Yeah, I'd watch that.
Number 9. Chewbacca was actually saved by Ahsoka Tano when both Chewbacca and Ahsoka were captured by the Trandoshan hunters. If Ahsoka hadn't been captured and saved Chewbacca, Chewbacca would have probably been hunted and killed, and we would have never seen him in Solo. We would have never seen him in any of the movies. He would have never saved Yoda in Revenge of the Sith. It would have been like dominoes across the galaxy. It absolutely impacted the Star Wars timeline big time. And this is the first time we see Chewbacca in the timeline. It's not the first time we see him because obviously that's, the original movies. But it's the first time he appears in the timeline, which I think is really cool. And he's young.
Yeah.
He's like baby Chewbacca.
And he's animated, so he's cute.
Yeah.
Cuter. Baby Chewbacca. He's got nothing on baby Yoda. Number 8, we see the Darksaber for the first time.
Yes, we do.
The Darksaber is critical because it's a symbol to the Mandalorian culture, and whoever wields it rules the planet of Mandalore.
Yes.
Man, how cool is that?
Super cool. We honestly didn't know how cool it was until Moff Gideon cut himself out of that TIE fighter in it. We saw that prior to seeing it in Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons we went and watched the Clone Wars. We also get to see the Darksaber in Rebels. We haven't seen it yet. And like Greg said, we see it in The Mandalorian.
Yeah. Number 7, the Holocrons. Now, Holocrons have been in lore and in comic books, and we've seen it a couple places, but we've never seen it on screen.
Wait, you mean these?
Yes.
On screen now.
They're on screen now. Well, first in the Clone Wars on screen, now on Fan Dummies on screen.
Yes.
The Holocrons are secure digital storage for both Sith and Jedi. The Jedi ones are square.
I have to be like the...
Like Vanna White.
Vanna White. Or the girl on the models on The Price is Right. It's more like.
Yeah, the Jedi ones are square, and the Sith ones are triangles. We see these pop up all over Star Wars. The Sith holocron is used to locate the planet Exegol, where Palpatine is creating his army, which I thought was kind of weird how they hooked wires up to it and were able to get the information out of, because the Jedi one, you have to use the Force to get into.
Huh.
So I thought that was kind of funny. The Sith one's just junk. You just hook up wire to it. The Jedi one, you need the Force.
But the Sith have the Force.
I know, I'm just making
I don't get it.
I don't know why either. Maybe they're hackable.
These are some of the coolest. Besides our lightsabers, these are some of the coolest Star Wars collectibles that we have. Who wants to hear the triangle?
Not me.
This is more my style.
Erin has the map to Exegol.
I'll leave them here so people can see them. Okay. Sorry. I just got really happy about having those. Number 6. We learn how Darth Maul is still alive even after Obi-Wan cuts him in half. And we also see Darth Maul in Solo, which didn't really make any sense to us.
Yeah.
I think most people watching Solo, unless you've watched the Clone Wars, were probably confused. Like, why is Darth Maul all of a sudden showing up? I thought he died.
I was like, come on, Star Wars. Like, what is going on here?
Yeah. Because we watched Solo way before we watched the Clone Wars.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we thought, man, what is going on? Like, how is Darth Maul even alive? Is that Darth Maul? I remember asking these questions. But now it totally makes sense. And it's cool.
Yeah. Number 5. We learn what happens to Boba Fett after Mace Windu chops Jango Fett's head right off.
You mean because he's been watching Cobra Kai and he's got those karate chops down?
No, with his purple lightsaber.
You mean like this one? Do we turn off the lights, Greg?
No.
Look at that. I don't know. Hopefully it focuses. So cool. This is definitely, I think, the coolest lightsaber that we have.
Yeah, that one's really great.
Greg bought me this one on eBay because we can't venture out to Galaxy's Edge right now.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
Boba Fett plays some important roles in Star Wars. First, he is the son of Jango Fett, as we said before, and Jango Fett's the source material of the clones, which is really important. So essentially, every clone out there is Boba Fett, because Boba Fett is also a clone.
Yes.
But if you remember, Boba Fett took Han Solo encased in carbonite in the block. He took it to Jabba the Hutt, and Jabba the Hutt hung Han Solo on his wall.
Yeah.
Remember that? So that was Boba Fett working for Jabba the Hutt. And also during Luke Skywalker and Han Solo's escape from Jabba the Hutt, Boba Fett, I'll say he falls into a Sarlacc pit. You think he's dead, but we learn later in The Mandalorian that he's not dead.
Yeah. It's really Jango Fett. That's why he's not dead. But,
Jango Fett.
Just gonna say.
Jango Fett is absolutely dead because he had his head chopped off by Mace Windu.
I know, but the guy that plays Boba Fett in The Mandalorian is Jango Fett from the movies.
I know. It's funny. But, so Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett, if people don't know that. So he's not his real son. He's an actual perfect DNA clone.
He just wasn't made to be aged.
Yeah, he just aged at normal speed.
Number 4, Kyber Crystals. We learn about how younglings get their Kyber Crystals and how they build their lightsabers.
Yes.
Oh, just by chance, I have some Kyber Crystals here. Here's a nice Kyber Crystal. I got a lot of different colors here. They're still in the little packages. You can put them in the Holocron cube or triangle, or you can put them in your lightsaber that you make at Galaxy's Edge. But our lightsabers, you can't change out the Kyber Crystals.
Yeah, their Kyber Crystals are fixed.
And the lightsabers, they affect the color of the blade. And then when you put them in the Holocrons, they affect, who talks on it, like who you hear, which is really cool, I think. How lightsabers worked and how they were constructed was pretty much just a mystery before the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I'm sure different books have talked about it, or maybe different comic books, but they've never talked about it on screen before the Clone Wars.
We learned that each Jedi finds their own crystal in the caves on Ilum, which I really loved that episode so much. Like, that's got to be one of my favorite Clone Wars episodes.
Yeah, if we ever did a top Clone Wars episode, that would be on it.
Yeah. In the cave, they have to confront their greatest weakness, and then the crystal will appear. So it's not like they were just like walking through, like they had to actually use the Force pretty much to find their crystals. And we also learned that lightsabers are constructed using the Force.
Yeah, I never really understood how lightsabers were connected to the Force. But not only is the crystal connected to the Force, but the lightsaber itself is connected to the Force.
Yeah, it's crazy. The thing that I wonder about after watching that, though, is it seems like Anakin made Ahsoka's lightsaber, for instance, but it's not her creating her own lightsaber. Or did he just upgrade the one she had?
Yeah, he upgraded the one that she had.
Yeah.
I think there are different parts and pieces, and you can construct your lightsaber out of different things.
It seems like the Wookiees, they usually have like wooden lightsabers.
What I don't understand is how the color changed on Ahsoka's lightsabers, because her Kyber crystals should be...
Yeah, like why would it change?
And how did she find 2 Kyber crystals? You know, so there's still questions that need to be answered. There's still hard-hitting questions we need to know.
These are things I want to look up now. Can we pause the podcast so I can Google them?
Gotta get through this. Number 3, what caused the clones to turn on all the Jedi? We see in the movies that Order 66 is executed and the clones turn right on to the Jedi and kill them. Right? It was bad news. But we didn't really know why. We just assumed they were brainwashed or pre-programmed or something. But in the Clone Wars, we learned that there's a chip in their head that they told the Jedi was their like inhibitor chip that stopped them from being overly violent or overly emotional or whatever the term was. But really, it turned them into Jedi killing machines.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that they thought of that when they were building the clones to put it in there, that takes some serious master planning.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, Darth Sidious is a genius. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
He's the master of orchestration.
Freaky. Number 2, Ahsoka Tano.
That's a biggie.
Yeah, she's got to be one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. I mean, besides Baby Yoda.
Do you like Ahsoka better than you like Luke Skywalker?
I'm going to say yes.
Ooh.
I think I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that we don't get a lot of Luke. Like, we have all these episodes with Ahsoka. Oh, we have 3 episodes when he's young where he actually like uses most of his Force.
Yeah, essentially 3 movies.
And then a couple of the newer ones.
Yeah, and then he's kind of a cranky old guy in
the
new ones.
Yeah. So I like Luke. Nothing wrong with him. I like him a lot. I just think with the huge, storylines that we get with Ahsoka, I just really like her.
Yeah, you can just get to know her better.
Ahsoka Tano made a huge impact on the Star Wars universe. She is Anakin's only Padawan, and everybody knows Anakin turns into Darth Vader. So what does that say about his Padawan?
The question is did he teach her some bits of the dark side? And I would say that he had to have, because she quit the Jedi Order. I mean, she was fired, but then when they asked her back and said they were sorry, she said no.
Yeah.
I really think that Anakin's teachings kind of influenced her about how the Jedi are really not that good.
Yeah. Yeah. She survives Order 66, which is great, because otherwise she wouldn't be around for The Mandalorian.
Yeah, and she's one of the only people that we know of that actually saved a clone.
Yeah.
She saved Rex, which I don't understand that whole storyline. I mean, I understand why she saved Rex, but I don't understand why they didn't stun a bunch of clones, pull them into the medical bay, pull out their chips, and then go stun some more and put them in the medical bay and pull out their chips and stun some more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it just all went down so fast that it would have only been Ahsoka really saving them, I think, in the end.
Well, it would have been Ahsoka and Rex.
Yeah.
And then
on
it would
her
have been
ship.
Ahsoka, Rex, and
Well, I'm
more.
saying on her ship, not outside of her ship.
Well, I know, but I think one of the big things that they could have done better there was they could have tried to save the clones.
Yeah, yeah. But that's how the movie goes down. So they had to.
I know.
It had happen.
I think they still could save the clones. They could go back and.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Boba Fett doesn't have that chip, but he specifically asked for an unaltered clone.
That is true.
Yeah.
Things I didn't think of yet. Her story between Order 66 and when we see her in the Rebels, there's a book called Star Wars Ahsoka, and we haven't read it yet, but we plan to read it. I'm reading the Star Wars, The Light of the Jedi or whatever book right now. So once I'm done reading that, I'm going to read this Ahsoka book because I've been waiting until we finish the Clone Wars to read it.
Yes.
So I'm going to read it. I don't know about you, Greg, but you should probably read it too.
I need to read it. I feel like I needed to read it before we watch Rebels.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's a YA novel, so I think you can probably read through it in a week.
Probably less than that. And the number one thing the Clone Wars taught us that had a massive impact on the Star Wars universe is how Yoda learns how to preserve his life force after he dies. This is absolutely critical because he obviously teaches Obi-Wan. Because remember when Darth Vader strikes Obi-Wan down, he disappears and becomes a life force in the Force and helps Luke Skywalker along his journey. And, you know, that whole thing couldn't happen until someone learned how to preserve their life force after their death. And that someone was Yoda.
Yeah. You mean, just call it what it is, Greg, a Force ghost.
It's a Force ghost. Yeah. No, it's true. And what makes me the saddest of this whole thing is that Anakin turns to the dark side because he's lied to and told that he can bring the dead back or prevent death. The dark side can prevent death.
Yeah.
When really the only side that can prevent death is the light side.
Yeah.
It's just like a punch in the gut.
Yeah.
But it turns out if you watch all the movies that Anakin does end up living forever, but he doesn't get to see Padme. So he's still sad Annie. Force ghost sad Annie, just seen hovering around Padme's grave. It's just real sad.
Way to make this episode sad, Greg.
I did wonder, though, in The Rise of Skywalker, if when Rey was fighting Palpatine, didn't we hear Ahsoka's voice?
Yeah, we do.
So it makes me think maybe Ahsoka is dead by the time of Rise of Skywalker.
Maybe. Are those people supposed to be dead?
I don't know.
Or is it just the Force speaking?
I don't know. Maybe it's just another plot hole. I'm not sure, but I mean, we know she's alive in The Mandalorian. We know she's younger than Anakin.
Yeah, well, she's alive in The Mandalorian, but then that falls before the last 3 movies, right?
Yeah.
So you said like
25
years. I mean, so she could be, how old is she in The Mandalorian? She's like, she's in her 40s. She's really young in the Clone Wars. Like, she's got to be a teenager, like really young. Yeah.
I mean, I think she wouldn't be dead from old age.
Maybe something happened to her. I mean, if you're
you're a
Jedi, I mean, you're living a pretty dangerous life. Yeah. Life on the edge.
Life on the lightsaber's edge.
Yeah, you're not sitting at home twiddling your thumbs and reading and.
Yeah. But that's one thing that maybe we'll figure out in Ahsoka's series. That would be pretty cool. Because Ahsoka's series could go on for a really long time because we have 25 years of timeline to explore with Ahsoka.
But it's after Clone Wars, but it's before Rebels? Wait.
That's the book.
Oh, you mean the series? Oh, the TV series.
The new TV series, yeah.
Yes. They call it a limited series. I don't know what that means.
It means it's
Like one
Yeah,
season?
they're planning on making it one season. Or
Maybe if it goes over well, though, they'll make more than one.
I hope so. Thanks again for watching Fan Dummies. If you like this episode, hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Thanks again. Bye.
Bye.